Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final day of May of the edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's warming up out there. We had it a little cool this morning, and of course, you guys remember last week my guest was the iconic weatherman Mark Rosenthal. But for the first time in several weeks tonight, we have a very lovely young lady in here. We pride ourselves in having pretty young ladies in here sometimes, and this one is very accomplished, so we're going to talk to her tonight. She just graduated high school, among other things, which is in and of itself a great accomplishment. But she's also, we'll let her tell you. This is Jaclyn Donahue. Okay, and Jackie, thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, now, something big just happened in your life when you were in high school. Or like this past spring, finishing up your senior year. Tell our audience what it was.
Well, in April, I won Worlds with my cheerleading team.
Okay.
And
you say Worlds?
World Championship, yep.
World Championship, and that was that meant you went to Disney World in Florida. That was awesome.
Yep, for the second time.
Okay.
It was just a great accomplishment because it was our first time hitting a routine out of the whole season.
Wow.
So it was awesome.
Now you were just finishing up as a senior. Were you a cheerleader for all 4 years of your high school years? And now, what about prior to the senior year? What did you do? Did you do anything like? Were you entered into the the qualifying round in those years as well, or just this year?
Yes, my sophomore year I also.
Okay, but this year you really won it.
Yeah.
So you really went out with a bang.
Yeah.
In your senior year. I know, and I saw the video highlights of that, and it was great. You and your friends and your cheerleading team were dancing around like you just won the World Series, and why not? You did.
Yeah.
You basically did. You're the world champion.
Yeah.
And that's even better than national champions. Okay. Well, now you're also very coordinated. I saw you do some flips on your Facebook page. And I got to tell you, now. What's kind of interesting is that I'm exactly 40 years ahead of you. I graduated high school 40 years ago this week.
It's awesome.
Thank you. Sunday, June 5th, 1977, from Brockton High, and I'm in pretty good shape. I try to stay in shape, but there was no way I would do anything to contort my body. I haven't done that since I was like 8 years old, and I tried doing somersaults and wrecked my back in the process. So how is it that I got to ask? No, I've never actually had a cheerleader on my show as a guest. How does one become so physically attuned to doing things that defy the odds of gravity, the laws of gravity, the way you do, or the way all cheerleaders do?
Well, I think that it's within you. You have a talent, and you should use it.
Given.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing it now. Obviously, you're not very old. You're right out of high school. You're 18. Okay. How old were you when you started? Felt that you wanted to. You're obviously, anyone that does cheerleading is somebody that as a child has probably been outgoing and wanted to make a statement to the world. Is that true? Was that what you were like?
Yeah,
as a kid?
I was always climbing up everything.
Okay.
So my mom knew, and then I went to school the next day, and I
The next day after what? After you started climbing something?
Well, I was just climbing since I was a little kid.
Okay.
Everything, and then I went to school, and when I came out, they were giving out flyers. And I was 6 years old at the time.
Yep,
so
okay.
I was like, I want to try this out, and then I did. And I was just
So at 6 years old, you were already, what was that, like tumbling or gymnastics? Or
tumbling.
Tumbling, okay.
Yeah.
And you just aced it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And never got injured or anything doing that? No.
Nope.
It's not to be ashamed of. People do get injured doing stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
and
but
it looks very, and it looks quite tedious too. Okay. So all right. Now, what were you as a kid, as a child? What were your goals for the future? I mean, you're pretty much all grown up now, and you know how fast the years go by. And I'm going to tell you, I told you I graduated 40 years ago, and 40 years from now, and it doesn't seem like it even close to that to me. And 40 years from now, you're going to say the same thing. You're going to say, I can't believe it's been 40 years since I graduated high school. So back then, what were your goals for the future? I mean, did you have anything? Did you want to sing, dance?
well, I do sing.
Okay. Do you want to sing something, by the way, a cappella on the show? I mean, I always listen. I love having multifaceted guests. That's what makes Topic Time great. But it's up to you. You don't have if you don't feel like you're prepared. That's
well, I have a group. So.
Are you in a band?
I'm with 2 other girls, but we do a cappella stuff.
Yep.
And
Would you if you want to try solo? That's fine. If not, that's fine too. It's up to you.
it's okay.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, now is that part of something you do? Is that an extracurricular activity you do from school, or do you do that?
No, I do that outside of my
Outside?
time.
Okay. Well, now that you're out of school, what does your future look like? You're going to be going to college in the fall, or
Yeah.
where are you going to be going?
I would go. I'm going to Curry College.
I went to Curry. How about that? Class of '89. Now I took 8 years off though. I mean, I didn't start college till I was in my mid-20s. So what are you going to major in? Do you know yet?
Criminal justice.
Good for you. Okay, you're gonna be like a cop.
Yeah, I want to be an FBI agent.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What about now? Now you were now. There's something else you did that was pretty big. You were in a music video.
Yes, I
was.
was.
A huge music video. You were with Steven Tyler and Santana in that song called "Just Feel Better," which was a gone viral hit, 13 million hits on YouTube. Who did you play in that? How did you get that role?
So I've been acting since I was a little kid.
Okay. We're going to talk about that too, but go on. Tell me how you got that.
So I started out just acting in like doing plays, and then one of the ladies that owns like the acting company, she was like,
what acting company?
Well, it's just called Jody Purdy. Like.
I know. Oh, okay. I know Jody Purdy. So you've been actually affiliated with her since you were little.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So you had an in going in, no pun intended.
Yep.
Good for you.
And then she chose me for a role. She said that I looked like Nikki Reed from the movie 13.
Okay. Wow. And what exactly did you actually work with Steven Tyler and Santana in the film and the video?
No, I just worked with a couple, like 2 other people.
Right, but were you the girl that was doing all that crazy stuff that you hit the guy in the face?
No, I was the one who was under the stairway crying.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little kid. I had like the bangs.
Okay, fine. I know you did that, and you shot that last year, right?
No, I shot that when I was a little kid. I was 7.
Well, that video?
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that video just came out last year. What, you mean they used the footage from when you were little and added it this year or last year?
I think it's been out for a while, but I think it probably just went more.
Well, I didn't know that. Okay, well, but that was you in there. That was amazing. Okay, well, that's incredible. Well, that's what I was getting at. Speaking of acting, have you done any other acting besides that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about your acting projects. I want to hear about them too.
So I was in a couple plays for Jody Purdy.
Okay.
I
didn't even know she got people in the plays, but I guess.
Yeah.
Great.
I also.
Well, talk about the plays. What were they, and what did you play in them?
They were like princess plays and stuff like that.
Okay, like fairy tales.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also did an extra in like the game plan.
Okay.
That's on like
I should know what that is, and
it's a movie.
It is.
On a like Disney Channel.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you go to shoot that?
I think it was in Boston, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Now, in terms of singing, have you ever been in a band or anything? Do you do any other forms of music, playing instruments, or?
No, just use my voice.
Just your voice. Okay. And how long have you been doing that for?
For about a year and a half.
Really? Okay. So you and 2 other girls?
Yes.
Are they both in your cheerleading squad?
No, I met them outside of it.
So what do you plan on doing? Are you planning on doing anything with those skills as well? Besides, I know you want to be an FBI agent, which and they may come in handy. But what about like doing other stuff in communications as well?
I plan on like doing shows and like getting out there and trying to be an artist.
I understand, and then the FBI thing is something that it's like a fallback thing.
Yeah.
I understand. All right. And now, what exactly have you ever done any like a YouTube video besides that you made yourself or with any people?
No.
Okay. Have you ever done any writing at all? Have you ever like even poetry, anything at all that might be creative? I'm just wondering, what creative things have you done besides cheerleading and singing and then that being in that video?
I've also done like modeling for like it's like a cheer brand, so I'll model like for them.
Okay. Yeah, and is that print stuff, print model?
Yeah, it's like a big, huge like varsity company.
Okay.
So like.
Varsity? We mean varsity. That sounds like you mean for schools.
No, it's just like the brand of it.
Okay.
And then they put like their logo, like varsity, on it, and then they'll have like different team names and like put it out there, and you just model it and like.
Wow.
You just kind of like get out there.
Well, you wearing anything like that tonight? It looks like you got like a.
Well, I got my team jacket.
Okay, for your cheerleading.
Yep,
okay.
and then my team T-shirt.
Cool.
With my Rhodes medal.
Show that proudly, man. I mean, that's beautiful.
Yep.
That is sweet. Okay, I'm glad you wore that. Okay. Now, what is it when you do cheerleading? How do you how do you must really do, it must take a lot of practice.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of.
And of course you have to be, it is a team thing, and you have to be in sync with everybody. And, well, how many girls are there usually on a cheerleading squad in high school? And well, let's say yours specifically.
30.
30. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you like, now I noticed there was a caption of you, your picture specifically, and it was in a frame that said, and your name was on it, and it looked like you were are you the captain of the cheerleaders?
Yeah, I'm a captain with these 2 other people on my team.
You are. So, all right, how'd you get to be captain?
It's just like your leadership role of how you like bring the team together and how you like work with them and make sure like everyone's doing the right thing.
I understand. All right, but what was that picture of you? I'm not. It was you were.
The international.
Yes.
That I got nominated for from Mexico. Best. Yeah.
From Mexico. Did you actually go down to Mexico?
No, but I just got nominated.
So what does that mean now? Is something that's yet to happen? That's when it comes to, you're going to go to Mexico and see if you can win it all? Is that it?
No, it's just like they nominated me for being like the best international cheerleader.
Wow.
And so people vote like online and.
You mean not from all over the world.
Yeah.
Right. Why does it come out of Mexico?
They just started doing it.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, I always say everything happens for a reason, and it sounds like it's all falling into place for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, so you're starting Curry in the fall. So what are you going to be doing in the summer in the meantime before you start? Curry, I know when they start in like early September, because that's when I started in 1988. Okay.
Yeah. I will be working with like kids at my gym.
Okay. Doing what? Teaching them to
tumble and all that.
Little children mostly?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're from the ages of 3 to 18.
3, wow. I take it you've done some babysitting too, just one.
Oh yeah, I got nephews and nieces.
Yeah, exactly. I have a nephew too. He's, but they would never let me babysit for him. I'm too crazy. But that's awesome. So it's just your family members, no one in your neighborhood, or
no.
But you have enough of them to keep you busy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are any of them into like sports and gymnastics and cheerleading as well?
My niece will love she loves flipping.
Okay.
She reminds me of me.
Good.
Jumping everywhere, yeah. And then my nephews do football, baseball, soccer, like all the sports.
Speaking of that, looking back at the school schedule, I know you won the cheerleading championship, but how did the varsity sports teams do that you were cheering for?
They actually won for football. They won the whole thing.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Okay, now. You went to Archbishop Williams, which is a parochial school. Why did you pick that over like the school in your city? Is it you felt that you had better attention, and your parents just wanted you to go there?
I've been going to a private school since I was a little kid, so I felt that like I need to finish it out my years.
No, and you're okay with it. It looks like there's a lot of people. Because I go by AW. I shop in Quincy. I actually go to Good Health all the time. And you've probably been in there. I'm guessing you may have been in there once or twice.
Yeah.
And you look very healthy. I assume you obviously keep yourself in shape.
Always.
Right. Yeah. And I happen to be a vegan. I doubt you are you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I've been a vegetarian for more than half my life, and I reckon. I mean, if you notice my posts on Facebook, we've actually only been friends on Facebook for like a couple of weeks, but I hate animal cruelty, and I know they don't need to be slaughtered for people that people don't have to eat animal flesh to live, or I'd be long gone, because I've been since 1980. July 30th, 1982. It's going to be 35 years on that date. So I got something you might find interesting. I have a photographic memory for dates. Like if you told me a date of birth, I could tell you what day of the week you were born and what I was doing.
That's awesome.
It's up to you, though. I mean,
July 3rd, 1998.
Oh, you were born in 98, not 99.
98.
Okay. July 3rd, 98. That was a Friday, actually. Best day of the week.
Awesome.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you're already, all right, so you were born in 98. So if you were born in 98, I would think you would have been, so you turned 18 in 2016. You're only going to be 19 this year.
Yep.
Well, why did usually people graduate high school in their 18th year of life, but you're going to be 19. Did you start late?
No, I got kept back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. I just felt it was better for me because I wasn't really, comprehending things.
Oh, I understand.
So.
Well, you certainly seem like a smart enough person, but... Well, speaking of that, what does your GPA look like? What did it look like? You're going to Curry, so, that's...
Yeah, I ended my senior year GPA with a 3.8.
Well, that's not bad. That's better. That's above average. Isn't a 3 on average? Okay, so you're definitely above that. Yeah, but now, have you already looked at your course? There's a woman, I don't know if she's still at Curry, named Mary Sullivan. She was when I was there. She's a guidance counselor. I don't know if she's someone you've talked to.
I'm not
sure.
She
may not even be there anymore. That was 30 years ago when I started in this. Well, actually not quite 30, 29 years ago. So why did you choose Curry? I'm just wondering.
I wanted to stay close. I didn't want to go too far because I wanted to be with my family. Yeah.
Right. I understand. That's true. Okay. Okay. Now, have you done any traveling in a while besides Florida? I mean, done any world traveling?
Oh yeah, I've done a lot. I've been to Dallas.
You look like you're Italian, by the way.
I am.
Yeah, you look very Italian.
I am. I've been to California.
Okay.
I've been.
I mean, have you done anything aside when you went out there or wherever you've gone? Have you done anything, like entertainment-wise and cheerleading, or besides Florida, have you done any acting or singing anywhere else?
I've done
modeling?
I've done modeling in Texas.
Oh, yeah? Well,
yeah.
Talk about that. What was that about?
That was for the Varsity brand. So
you went down there to have, wow.
Yeah, so
awesome.
they flew me out.
They flew you down there? Mm-hmm. Cool. That is awesome.
Yep, and then
did they pay you?
They did.
Whew.
They paid me in free varsity gear.
Okay.
So it worked out for me.
That can't be free. I mean, plus they flew you down there.
Right.
Wow. And when was this? How long ago did you do this?
In 2015.
Okay, so just a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you end up getting that gig? Was that Jody Purdy too, or was that someone else?
No, this was separate. I just sent in my picture, all my stuff, and they picked me.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Well, speaking of Jody Purdy, now she's gotten a lot of acting roles for people that I've had on my show. Now you're friends with one of your teammates is Louis Bellows' daughter, right?
Yes.
Nicole. Now, Louis was a guest on my show many years ago, and you guys are pretty friendly, huh? You've known him for many years.
Yeah, I've known him since I was a little kid.
Have you? Yeah, because you and his daughter grew up together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've known her since she was a baby.
Since she was a baby. You two are the same age, right?
No.
Oh, she's younger?
She's younger than me.
A little bit younger? Okay. And when you were doing that, I mean, that was so incredible. Now, when you went down there for that meet, what did you have to do to win? I mean, how many cheerleading squads are you competing against?
Well, there was I want to say in over the hundreds.
Oh, sure,
there was a lot.
From all over the country.
Yeah,
wow.
But in my division, there was probably 30 that we had to compete against.
Wow, that is awesome. Okay, and I've never actually been to the closest thing I ever came to a cheerleader. I mean, cheerleaders are pretty to look at, and they're and they're very talented, and they're wonderful, and of course. Where would male athletes be without cheerleaders to support them?
Right.
But the closest thing I've ever actually seen to a cheerleading competition live is back in 1982. Also, when I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was in the drum and bugle corps, so she dragged me to one of those shows at BC, and it wasn't so bad. I was just pretending I was at halftime of a football game.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of would you ever think of maybe going out to be a Patriots cheerleader someday? Because you'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I've thought of it, but they do kind of different things than I actually do.
Okay, how so?
They do more of a dancing, ballet type.
Oh, you don't want to do that?
No.
Not your thing, huh?
No, not my thing.
Okay. But even for the Patriots, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a sports fan, though.
Oh yeah, I'd probably maybe try out for the Celtics.
Really? Oh, yeah. Okay. They don't do the same kind of ballet dancing. It's more just.
No, it's more of what I do.
Okay. Well, how is that different from what you do? The dancing, I mean. It's just more disco rap type dancing?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. I understand. Okay. Now, do you have any is there any chance you getting into more projects from Jody Purdy in the near future?
Yeah, well, I just got offered to do, it's a gym workout type thing.
Okay.
So I'll be acting
you mean
during
a video or a gym workout?
Yeah, and it's giving out the ads and stuff like that to different people. So.
Okay, well, all right, where's that going to be? Are you going to do it?
Yeah, I am going to do it,
and
yeah.
Where are you going to do it?
It takes place in Quincy, but it's for all over. So if someone
all over
from
what, New England, Boston?
All over
the
world, yeah. So
wow.
if say California asked for us to do a ad, then we'll do that, do the script, and then we'll send it back out.
Oh, that's incredible. So this is just for gyms or fitness. This was for fitness.
Yeah.
Fitness promotions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you do personal training too? Because you look like you could. I mean, I know you train kids to tumble, but what about the idea of doing personal training as well? I mean, you have a routine you follow, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've never like thought of it, but like people will ask me for like it's called like a private.
Okay.
So like I'll take them and then we'll work on like their tumbling and make sure it's perfect for like the season that they're.
There's definitely no better way to get in shape than doing that.
Right.
Okay. Do you have? Would you think? You know, I always try to give my guests good ideas that might help them in the future. So do you have like a business card? Are you going to get one made up? You should do so.
I might.
In fact,
maybe.
There's a company in Abington that I use called Jaclyn. If you want to get a, I'm not saying you should but there's a company there. Can't think of his name, but it's on Bedford Street on Route 18, and he makes pretty good business cards. He made one for my show, and I have a bunch of them. If you ever want to make a good one, you might want to just check them there.
I will.
Yeah, that would be great. Now, do you do anything else? Do you do photography? Do you do anything creative at all? Artistic? Draw, paint?
Well, I can't draw for my life.
Me either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I like photography. It's
okay. All right. I mean, I noticed that when you were at that meet down there, did you take any pictures of the
I did.
You
I
did
did.
take pictures. Yeah, because that's something always it never hurts to be able to do extra things.
Right.
And what about like editing films and stuff, like doing things like that?
I never thought of like doing that, but it would sound cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Because I've been
well, that's what I'm saying.
associated with it.
Curry has a pretty good communications program, so when you're there, you might want to look into it. I'm sure you'll make a lot of friends there. You probably have a lot already.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, pardon me. I can't believe my phone's ringing right now. I'm going to have to kill this. I should have killed the phone before. Just bear with me. Oh, you know, believe it or not, you know what that was? That's a casting company that wants to. Sorry about that. Oh.
It's okay.
I know I'm mad at myself. I should have killed it. They want. I'm an actor too. I always, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I've been in some films myself, and now. If you want to, you might want to too is join some film groups on Facebook, because you never know, you might be in opportunities to be in a film. I've interviewed a lot of filmmakers, and as a return favor, they put me in some of their projects. I've also been in 2 major films too. I was in Shutter Island. I played a mental patient, a role I was born to play, and I was in Amistad back in '97, 1 year before you were born, I guess. No, you were born in '98, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because that might be really cool. Jodie Purdy, if she's gotten you that kind of stuff, she could get you a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, she can.
Right.
Yeah, she's got me so many.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you don't write anything, right? You never tried writing anything creative? Like maybe a script or something?
I've never tried it, but like I write songs. Like we wrote.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're writing a song. We want it done by like the end of summer, so like that we can.
You and the girls?
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to incorporate any musical instruments? Try to get anyone, I mean, have you ever just thought of maybe hooking up with some people that have, an acoustic guitar, or bass drum, or?
Well, one of the girls in my group, they both can play. Well, actually, they both can play the piano.
Okay.
And the other one is like working on like some other instruments, like the guitar and stuff.
Cool. But have they ever incorporated that in any of your music videos?
No, they haven't.
Would you ever think of maybe doing it eventually once you write the song?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then you have somebody that that take. I mean, I'm thinking for you, there's so much potential for you. You got so much going on now. The idea of maybe even creating, if you're writing a song, you could do a music video yourself.
Right.
That you could probably get a ton of hits on YouTube. I saw all the likes we got for your plug for you being on my show, and I always love that, because everyone, people saying like, let us know when you're famous, and you certainly are on your way to that. In to some way or another. Have you ever gone to New York for anything?
I will be going to New York with my group to go see Mike Bivens in like a show and stuff.
Okay, but what, for your cheerleading? For your cheerleading?
No, just for singing.
Oh, okay. So you really are going to push that.
Yeah.
That's great. And you're going to be doing that over the summer?
Well, we're doing it this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm glad I asked. See, that's why we ask these questions. I have to read the guest and think of the questions to ask. So what are you going to be, when you go down there, you're going to be, is that a competition, or are you going to be singing?
No, it's just we're going to meet them and get to know them, and maybe
Who's Mike Bivens? Is he an artist or something?
Mike Bivens, yeah, he's like a big artist. He manages groups and all that stuff, yeah.
So you never know. You might end up, so before a week from now, you might have a major contract.
Maybe.
Right. I mean, because I'm telling you, I mean, so much you've accomplished. You were obviously born talented, and you got more, and you got so much so much potential that you probably haven't even tapped yet. And you might want to try writing a script or something, just to see what it looks like.
Maybe I'll try that.
What about like doing? I mean, are you comical at all? Do you like comedy? You like to laugh? We all like.
Oh yeah.
You might want to try writing stand-up. Tell them, right about the time you had on my show with this goofy guy that you've been talking to for 20 minutes. And he keeps asking the same stupid questions over and over again. I don't know, just an idea. And by the way, you familiar with Sarah Silverman, the comedian?
I am not.
You're not? Okay. Well, she's pretty well known. She's been on Seinfeld. She's my cousin. And if you saw her, you'd probably recognize her.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
I'm better with faces.
You're better with faces. Yeah, I know. She does stand-up comedy. I just saw her at the Wilbur Theater back on April 28th. We just met for the first time.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is, yeah. So when we finish tonight, I'll show you the picture and see if you recognize her. Because that might be something, you might want to try. Now, the people that you work with in your cheerleading squad, are any of them actors at all, too, or musicians? Aside from, not the ones that you're working with, but I'm talking about, like Nicole, obviously your father's being a performer. He's a great R&B. I call him the king of R&B around here. Louis is.
Yeah, well, he's going into country now, so.
Is he adding that, or is he just abandoning the R&B?
No, he's doing a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, okay.
Yeah, but he's more of going, like, to country now.
What about the idea of you being in one of his music? When he was on my show, he played a great music video, and he was wonderful, and it was great. I mean, you might want to be, maybe you could look into being in one of his videos.
Maybe.
He does some pretty good videos.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome.
They are, yeah. And, you'd be great in that. That's something. So you only do a certain type of dance, and it has to be fast.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, I'm thinking, what about the possibility of you writing a rap song?
Maybe.
Yeah,
that
might work for you.
When I was a little kid, I used to rap all the time.
Really? It's hard to believe that you're so young that the rap had already come out. When you
yeah. I used to never, sing at all, and then my dad was like, oh, you should try rapping, and then I was like, that's probably not for me.
But here I am telling you.
But you're telling me? Yeah.
There you go. That's what we do. That is so cool. Well, and just so you know, I mean, I'm an actor too. If you're ever, and you can tell this, you refer this message to Jody Purdy. I'm always looking for projects too. I've been in a bunch of films, and if she's looking for a quirky middle-aged actor that's in pretty good shape, though I can't tumble, do flips like you can, I'd be perfect for whatever project you have, a quirky role, improv, whatever.
I got you.
Okay.
I'll tell her.
So now you're an outdoorsy type. Do you like hiking? Do you like doing outdoor stuff, hiking in the woods, kayaking, or I can see that biking?
Well, I like just going on a run, doing running. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, outdoors, right?
Yeah.
You get a nice. Are there nice parks near where you live that you can jog at?
Yeah, I live near Blue Hills, so I can do that.
Sure. That's a beautiful place to go. I know. I mean, I've been going there since I was a kid, so I know the museum. Have you ever tried jogging up the Blue? It's like almost 90 degrees.
Yeah, I have. It's very hard.
It is hard. That's why you're in good shape, and that's what keeps you in good shape. Right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, now the idea, I could see you doing an exercise video too. Now, what about the idea of maybe doing a video on tumbling that you could sell on YouTube?
I probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many little kids are you working with at this place that you were saying that you're going to be helping, over the summer?
I would say about 75 to 100 people.
Wow, and you work with all of them, and you're not all alone. There's got to be other people.
Oh yeah, I have my coworkers, so
of course
I work with them, and we're just we make a team. Yep. So there'll be 30 people on one team, right. 30 people on another, but.
And what will they be doing? All just teaching the kids to tumble?
To tumble, to stunt, to condition and work out.
Yeah. If you ever get in a film, I can see you doing stunt work. Would you ever consider trying that? And it could be risky, but life is a risk. Get up in the morning is a risk. Yeah, because I actually had a guy in here, and I network people together. There's a guy named Jason Tisi. He's a stuntman. I don't know if you've heard of him. Probably not.
I have not.
But he does things with cars. He has this fast Chitwood car that he just drives around, and they do cop scenes. Hey, there you go. Okay, they had a little problem with the graphics. That's okay. He'll pick it up in time. Yeah. Now, do you have a car? Do you drive yet?
Yeah, I do.
I hope you're not a daredevil. You look like you could be.
No.
You drive carefully.
I always do.
That's good. All right. So talk about, what did you do in California? Just vacation out there? Did you do anything else?
No, I also work with this other company. It's called Action Spirit.
Okay. What's that?
It's a company that my coach started working with. And
if you want to mention your coach and give him or her the credit that he or she deserves, feel free.
Okay, well, Ray Jasper
and
Steve Bellinger.
Okay.
They came together and they started making this company, and they had the best of the best workers work for them. We make up people's it's called like elite stunt, so like it's like their main stunt that they do.
Okay.
So like we get together in California, we work together, and we just like kind of make up their stunt and come up with creative ideas.
Okay, did you say stun? Like
Stunt.
Stunt. And what kind of? So you've already done stunts.
Yeah.
Or what have you done? See, I know what you're about. Go ahead, tell me what you've done.
Well, it's like in a cheerleading stunt.
Okay. Like the stuff I've seen on your Facebook.
Yeah, like you lift up other people. Yeah.
Right. So let me ask you something. There was one video you totally jumping over another girl. Now she's at risk too, because if you go any lower, you're gonna kick her in the nose. So,
yep.
So how do you pick your victim? She was kind of tall, as I recall.
Well,
I don't want to say victim.
Well, she just she was like, oh, I think we should try this, and I said, are you really up for the challenge? Like,
wow.
I was a little nervous at first, but after that, I was like,
she was though.
Oh yeah, no, she
challenged you.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I was wondering I figured one of you challenged the other one when
Yeah.
I saw that, but I figured it was probably you challenging her, saying, "Oh, I tell you what, I bet I can jump over you. Want to try it? And I dare you to stand still and let me jump over you." But it was her challenging you.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah, she just came up to me and was like, "I think you should try this," and I was a little nervous because I didn't want to hit her.
Of course.
But then I was like, we'll just try it.
Have you ever done martial arts?
I have not.
Would you ever consider? It might be, I mean, just for. Well, obviously for self-defense, it's a good thing, but it's also good for concentration too.
Yeah.
Now, what about yoga?
I've never tried that.
Okay, yeah, just these are ideas that might help you. I mean, you're so fit now that but you remember you're not. I mean, unfortunately, we all do get older, and you have to be able to keep your body in as good a shape as you can when you do get older, and you want to. And sooner or later we all slow down at some point. That's life. Okay, But that's why now I would never try yoga. I saw people doing it, but being as flexible as you are, it might be something to look into. I hear it's very, very relaxing for people.
Oh yeah.
But now you don't seem like you're too hyper anyway. You're pretty relaxed. You don't
always.
And you're always often in a good mood. Okay. So what is your so now that you won the the world championship, what are you going to be doing aside from the tumbling with the kids? Are you going to be doing any more cheerleading meets or like shows between now and when you start Curry?
Well, I'm gonna like take like the summer just to like work out and work hard, and then when I start Curry, that's when like my Curry cheer starts. So I'm cheering for them.
You've already signed up.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Okay, so what does your workout schedule look like? Do you lift weights? I know you run, but do you do anything else? Any anaerobic stuff?
I go to the gym. I lift weights. I do the treadmill.
Good for you. Okay, I do it. Yeah, I do it too every day. 2 point on a fair treadmill, 2.7 and a 6 incline for an hour.
Yeah.
Then I pedal my stationary bike for a half hour. So I know what it's like. And I work out too. I got a little home gym that I use. And I'll be 58 in the fall, and I feel pretty good. And all right, but again, I'm always trying to instill the vegan, mentality into everybody. I wish I could convert the world. I think someday everyone will be a vegan. It's going to take some time. I think when they realize that it's a healthier lifestyle. And I just actually received, and as a gift from one of my Facebook friends, a vegan cookbook, and it looks amazing. You should see some of the recipes that are in there. I'll probably give it to my parents' housekeeper to cook something because she cooks for me and she does a killer job. So, do you cook at all?
A little bit.
Okay, I mean, and I'm sure you only eat healthy foods. I know you're not a vegan, but you don't eat. I mean, you might have a cheat day every now and then, but do you have a fast metabolism so you can eat a lot of food that's highly caloric and still keep your weight down?
Yeah.
See, that'll change too when you get older. Usually does. Someone with a fast metabolism when they get older, oftentimes sometimes it doesn't. It depends. It all depends on what your genes are like. Okay, now do you plan to when you go to Curry? Are you let's see, what do you have? You made your schedule out yet?
I don't. That's like when I go to orientation.
You go to orientation.
Yeah, I go in 2 weeks.
That'll probably be in like September. I think it usually. Well, no, it shouldn't be that. It'll probably be in June, as I recall. Mine was.
Yeah, mine's in June.
Yours is in June.
Yeah.
June is tomorrow. Do you know exactly when you're going yet?
June 12th.
June 12th. So that's like 2 weeks from. It's less than 2 weeks from. It's like 2 weeks from the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's exciting. They have some good courses there. Now, do you like to read at all? Because I love to read. I'm just wondering because reading is fun and it's fun.
It depends.
They got a nice library there.
Yeah, it depends on the certain book.
I understand that, but they got a pretty good selection of stuff.
Yeah.
What kind, if there were books that you would like to read, what if you had your choice of whatever kind of book you could read, what would it be, or what would they be most likely?
Like mystery.
Mysteries, okay. There you go, like Patty Cornwall.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand. You're not into romance novels like Danielle Steele?
No.
Really? Okay, that's cool. That's good. Everybody has, I mean, yeah, not everybody likes romance, but okay. Now, what do you think of? I'm just curious. You were born. You're like at the end of the millennial generation. So, what do you think? I mean, I don't usually ask this, but the reason I'm asking this of you is because I get the sense that you're intuitive and you have a lot in your mind about things that you maybe you don't think about too often because your life is keeping you busy. But what do you think of like our national situation now? What do you think of Trump as a president? And you can be honest. You're not going to do what Kathy Griffin did. I know that. That was pretty disgusting. But
I don't think he's like too bad.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think he's too bad. I think that he can make this world a little bit different.
That's true. Have you voted yet?
I have not.
No, you're old enough. You're old enough now. You could have in the last election, but
Yeah, I chose not to.
You chose not to.
Yeah.
I understand. I didn't vote till I was 29, so and it took me a while. Somebody actually talked me into it, saying, "Listen, you got to vote because just think if everybody decided never to vote, there'd be anarchy and everything." But the truth is, it's hard. It's true. But at the same time, when you get candidates that you're wary of, you worry about it. You're thinking, well, what do I get out of it? But you do have to. It is something. Do you follow politics at all? I know. I try to. I'm trying to learn more and more. At my age, believe it or not, I'm still not up on it as much. I'm still not really understanding what's going on, and I admit that. I should have a politician on as a guest.
Yeah.
But now, what about you though?
I'm a little bit. Sometimes, like the last election, I didn't really care for it because it was just like
too much fighting going in.
Yeah,
you didn't watch any of the debates?
No.
Oh, they were funny.
No.
I thought they were funny. Yeah.
No, I didn't really care for what both of them were saying.
Okay, that makes sense. I understand. Now, what about the idea of you running for something in like in your school, or even a town office or someday where you live?
Maybe I was a part of like the student council. So.
Were you? Okay,
yeah.
There you go. So you've already been involved in politics in
yeah.
some way. Did you end up making speeches to people like the other kids that were like the president did on the school council or whatever?
No, we only had like the president say the speeches.
Okay. Yeah, because public speaking is for you, public speaking is going to be a big deal. You really should practice it. You can sing, you can do cheerleading, but you should be able to get up, and I'm telling you this, and I don't want to say for your own good because that would sound condescending. What I'm saying is,
say it.
Well, I know, all right, and I'll say it. You should be able to get up and talk about anything that interests you, to get the interest of other people. You should be able to represent yourself in whatever it is you're doing. You should be able to get up and say, okay, I'm a model, pick me out, and for this and that reason. Look what I've done. Because and I think you can do it. But it sounds like you haven't done it yet. So what I'm saying is, when you have some free time over the summer, I recommend is you stand in front of a mirror or have someone take a video of you just doing like a mock speech about anything. I mean, you've taken speech courses. We all have in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have.
Well, how'd you do in them?
I did good. I didn't do bad.
Yeah, I figured you did. Okay.
Yeah.
And but that was in school. Now you're in the real world. So you really want to push that forward. You want to take that up a notch.
I want to impress people.
Exactly, and I'm sure you will. But you gotta take. I don't want. As an animal rights advocate, to say take the bull by the horns might be a tough metaphor, but I can't think of a better one for this sort of thing. So that's great. Now, you've never been in a commercial? You'd be great in a commercial. You were in for those modeling. Those were commercials.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they on TV at all?
They were like ads for they brought it out to like a cheerleading website.
Okay, so it was a website.
Yeah.
But have you ever been in a real TV commercial?
I've been in the Dunkin' Donuts commercial.
You were? All right, talk about that. Were you in there? Were you eating it? Were you not eating it, but you were a customer, or you were
I was
a waitress?
Well, it was a Dunkin' Donuts commercial with Richard Seymour from the Patriots. He did this whole little football thing.
Oh, wow.
And so we were the
Richard
extras.
Seymour, but he wasn't been on the Patriots for years.
Yeah, it was a while back.
You were a kid. I mean, you were a younger kid. How long ago?
Probably about 8 years, maybe.
Wow, 8 years. So you were like 10. You were a little kid then.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to get into another one. I know, Margo. I know. Yeah. That's the amount of time we have left. 5 minutes. So well, that's fine, because what I was going to say is, I mean, Jody Purdy has gotten. I've seen at least a half a dozen of my guests in TV commercials. and several guests that I have scheduled also. And I would definitely, and now that you've been in that music video, I definitely would love to see you in more commercials, in any commercials. That would be really cool.
Oh yeah, I would love to do it.
Yeah, that's why definitely keep in touch with Jody, and I definitely want to get her on as a guest as well.
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to get her on. And I know she's so busy.
Always.
Where is her office anyway? I know it's on the South Shore. Is it in I like to say Norwell?
It was in Hanover.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and then she moved it, but
Well, you've been to her office, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, but that was the one in Hanover.
Yeah, it was the one in Hanover.
The one in Hanover. Yeah, that was not too far from where I used to do the show. I used to do it in Marshfield. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But you go to the beach at all during the warm weather?
I do. Yeah, I love the beach.
Much, yeah. What are your favorite beaches? I mean, are they like the South Shore? Or
yeah, I like Nantasket.
Nantasket. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking for myself, I prefer. I mean, you like having a lot of people around. Personally, if I'm going to go to the beach, I'd rather go to a quiet beach. I would pick the North Shore over the South Shore anytime, like going up to Ipswich, maybe seeing those sand sculptures. But that's me. Ever been up to the North Shore beach? Ever been to Gloucester?
I have not.
Yeah, I mean, it might be worth it. It might be worth to take you and some friends going up there, or even Hampton in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I've been near there, but I've never been.
Never stopped in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool doing like a boat cruise. Like I actually did 3 shows from the 3 consecutive years on different boat cruises, and one of them was from Seabrook, and the 2 previous it was from 2011 to 2013. Then Rose Wharf from South Boston in 2011 and 2012. Yeah, because if you go on a boat cruise, you might be able to sing for the people, and they could because they have bands in these cruises.
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's the amount. Now we're down to 3 minutes. So what I want you to do in the remaining time you have is to give a few shouts out to people that are going to see this, because we're going to see tons of people are going to see this show.
Okay, I want to shout out my coaches, all my friends and family that supported me, and I want to thank my mom and my dad for everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you had a good time on the show.
I did. I had a blast.
And I want you to tell. I mean, if you have, I would be more than happy to get anybody that was on your cheerleading squad as a guest, or your coaches, anybody that's or anybody that's involved in any kind of entertainment, advertising, TV, whatever.
Yeah.
If you know anyone, even at Curry. I mean, if you meet somebody that's the head of the radio station or the TV station, I'd love to interview them. I know that Curry's a pretty big deal around here.
Yeah.
And and I, of course, I'm trying to upgrade my show too. I'm trying to get it on a major TV network. So if you're ever on TV and you can think, if you know somebody that's a TV executive, and I tell it to all my guests, and they're looking for a pretty talented self-taught TV talk show host, which I am self-taught. I've never, this is not something I would have believed I'd be doing when I was in high school. And so I'm very happy that I'm able to do it.
Yeah.
I've overcome a lot of stuff. I mean, I wasn't like you in high school. I got picked on a lot, and I overcame a lot of demons, I'd say, to do this. And even now, I don't feel I get the respect I deserve. But having guests like you on the show is definitely going to up the ante for that. So,
well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know you were an awesome guest, and good luck with whatever you're doing, and keep me informed, because what I do is when I finish with a guest, anytime they do something and it comes up on Facebook, I always share the show and say, hey, look what so and so did. And he and she was on my show, and this, and I always share the show. The show, when it's up, what I do is I go home and I review it and I put it on IMDb, and it's going to be on IMDb. And what I'm going to do is when it's up on IMDb, I'm going to send you the link, and I'm going to tell you how to get it, how to activate it, and you can share it through IMDb. That way, you will have the credit on IMDb, and and if Jody Purdy gets you more stuff, you'll have more credits on IMDb. You should definitely have your own IMDb page and see about getting it.
Okay.
Because there's going to be stuff that you're going to be doing that's going to qualify you for IMDb, and you're going to want to have it so the whole world will know who you are. And on that note, are you ready to wrap it up?
Yep.
Thank
I'm
you,
ready.
Jaclyn. You were a great guest, and hope to see you next week with another great guest. Have a nice one. Take care. Here we go. There you go. Some guests don't get it at the beginning, but at the end they usually do.